What is your fighting name?
Ronster Howell.
Ronster Howell.
Yes.
Okay. Does that have any meaning? Or you just picked it up? You just made it up?
So it's kind of a nickname. I used to fight a lot when I was younger, not in sport.
So we're talking about like in school, suspensions, that kind of stuff. A rough
On the street and in school. Hey, what's up?
Did your opponent show up?
Yes, I'm actually. Their school is interviewing me.
Oh shit.
It's okay.
And how old are you?
I'm 27.
27.
Yes.
And the dream is make this a career, a hobby.
I actually want to own my own school and actually teach self-defense.
Okay.
But I like to do MMA because it's also fun.
And what's your favorite? You like jiu-jitsu, karate, taekwondo?
I like it all. I do a little bit of all of it. I trained a little bit of boxing. After this fight, I'm actually going to go back up to SJC in Fort Myers and plan on making my boxing debut in Sarasota on July, let me look at the date. July 23rd.
Okay.
Gonna go back. Yes, okay. Are you guys going there too?
Yeah, I'm bringing 2 boxers.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Actually, he's going to be boxing also.
Okay. Because I trained it and I want to actually go and return and start doing that. I also do Taekwondo. But one of the things is people have an idea about Taekwondo and they think different things. There's a couple different kinds. I do the Junri style, and it's more of it's not the sport kind you see like on the Olympics. That's a little different. That's not the kind I do. And then I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which you know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then I do a little bit of Hapkido, which is small joint manipulation, which obviously I can't use them there. I work as a bouncer, and that actually comes in hand for that because I can kind of twist people up and kind of just carry them outside, and they really can't do a whole lot about that.
So let me ask you about your home life. Are you married? Do you have any kids?
No, I was engaged. Unfortunately, yeah, you could tell.
I seen your post.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't work out.
So do you have children?
No, I do not have any children.
So you don't have anybody really relying on you as far as, well, a big concern that I have with a lot of fighters, especially lower level, is if you get hurt. I mean, what's the plan? Do you have insurance, disability? Would you move in with your parents? I mean, what would happen if you were out of action for, say, 6 to 8 weeks and you couldn't go to work, you had to have surgery? What would you do? How would you take care of yourself?
My parents would be able to help me, probably. I could probably stay with them.
So this is very risky. I mean, really, if you look at it that way, in those terms.
No, they would be able to help me. I do live with them right now, and they would be able to help me right now. I wouldn't want to get hurt,
yeah,
but it is a risk.
Yeah,
it is always a risk. You always have a risk. Just because it's a risk doesn't mean don't take it.
Right.
You gotta live life and have fun.
Right. So, do you do some of the other martial arts tournaments too, or?
I'm not a fan of point sparring, so no. And with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you gotta pay for those, and I'm also not a fan of just grappling. I like to hit and like fight, and even in I like boxing, even though you don't get to grab. It's still actually like fighting, and you don't get stopped when you hit. So I like it because it's more closely to actual, more realistic. You know what I mean?
And how did you do in your first fight? What were your results? Win, lose?
I lost my first fight. I was actually kind of battling depression with fighting with my ex, so I wasn't prepared mentally.
So how did you lose? Tap out, knockout?
Knockout.
And what's your favorite? You like stand up? You like ground game?
I'm comfortable with both.
I'm comfortable with both, but most guys do kind of have a preference.
I'm honestly comfortable with both. It doesn't matter.
And are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm ambidextrous.
And how do you choose to fight? Do you fight orthodox, southpaw?
You'll just have to see.
Well, you know, I mean, I know you're fighting my fighter type, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, this is, you know, I mean, obviously we're in a room with other guys and there's strategies and so on, but you know, you can only be so ready with words and what somebody's going to do. It's a whole different story to put yourself in there and put an idea into action.
Sometimes I'll switch,
Yeah.
but it depends. Sometimes I will switch. Most times orthodox, but sometimes I will switch. I'm pretty comfortable with both.
Okay.
One of the things in the junior system is they teach us to use both sides, and you learn to use both sides very well.
And I did ask you about health before. Have you had to have any surgeries? Or,
No,
So have you had any broken bones?
no,
So how about as a kid? Did you break any bones?
no. I got really strong bones. I'm pretty healthy for the most part with that. Don't have any health issues really.
Right. That's all. Well, hey, that's great to hear. You know, I mean, when you want to stay healthy, you want to be able to compete. You know, and then you also have to, you know, make a living. And what kind of work are you in? You do?
I'm a bouncer and I also deliver food.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. And you know, right now, are you up here with a team or just one trainer, or you're here by yourself?
I'm here with my training partner and my roommate and
You're not really backed by anybody. You're an independent fighter.
I'm independent. I train with 2 different gyms, and but when I fight, I choose to represent myself. I don't really like rules. I don't like people telling me what I got to do. I'm an independent fighter.
And do you have any sponsors at all? Anybody
No.
that you know gives you a little gas money and says, "Here, this is for the training" type deal?
No. Everything. All my training comes out of my pocket from my work. I pay for both gyms that I go to.
And about how many hours a week would you say you dedicate to this stuff?
Well, I work weekends and then I train about twice a day. Around 11 o'clock, I go and do jiu-jitsu. When I'm not doing MMA, when I don't have a fight, I train Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and then I train Taekwondo at night. And then when I do have MMA, I get together with friends who do MMA, and I get together and I focus on doing actual MMA
Are you
training.
talking like maybe 2 hours a day, or?
Well, for Taekwondo, I'll get together and I'll train from like 5 to 9 o'clock at night, and then Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'll do that for like an hour or so, and then I'll lift.
And what about a fighting weight? Do you have a preferred fighting weight?
Well, I'm heavyweight right now, but
Is that where you want to be?
yeah, I'm pretty comfortable fighting heavyweight, but I'm thinking about actually cutting down after this fight, just because I've seen older pictures of me and
Yeah.
I looked really good.
Haven't we all? Yeah, I could show you some pictures of me in the military without this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know, like on Facebook, and it has what is
Line, right?
no, it's a memory or whatever. It's your memories.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, I look really good. I'm like, okay, maybe I should just
I was like 10 cheeseburgers ago.
yeah, like so. I'm just only for that reason. I'm pretty comfortable fighting like this,
Right.
and but just for that reason, I'm thinking about actually just kind of not being heavyweight anymore.
And who would you say you're a fan of? Who do you like to watch fight? Like Big Country, or
I'm actually
the late Kimbo Slice?
this might when it comes to fighters, I don't like people who are cocky. Like when it comes to it, like I like if you're a cocky fighter, like I can tell you people I hate. Who's that British guy? I got him on the tip of my tongue. I'm having a mental.
The champ right now from Ireland?
No. Conor McGregor, I don't like. I don't like Conor McGregor. I like the way he fights. He's a good fighter, but I don't like him. I don't like people like that, like loudmouths. I root against people like that. I don't like the Diaz brothers. I like the way they fight. I think they're good fighters, but I don't like them. I think they're. Excuse me, can I say?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they're assholes, and I want to see people like that lose. But I don't like people like that. And whenever I fight, I'm never like that. I try and be a respectful fighter. That's just me. I try and show my opponents. I mean, obviously, if an opponent were to show me respect, I'm gonna be, I'm not gonna tolerate it. But whenever I go, I always try and be respectful. I don't want to be a cocky guy. I want to be humble. But when I watch MMA, I always root against the cocky guys. But I'm not really. I don't know. I don't really have a big guy I like to watch. Really, Ronda Rousey, I hated. I was so happy when she got knocked out by Holly Holm. I loved that. I was happy about that.
And which would you, if you had a choice to fight in, would you fight in UFC or Bellator?
Probably Bellator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fan of the Bellator.
Yeah. Actually, Dana White's actually selling. I don't know if that's true or not. Is he selling the UFC?
Probably not.
Okay. It just seems like there are a lot of rules in there that seem to be making it, that might be very difficult. I don't know. I'd fight in anything if I was offered
the right opportunity came along.
If either company offered me a job to fight in UFC or Bellator, I'd go to whichever one offered me. It wouldn't matter.
And your name was?
Ronster Howell.
Ronster Howell.
Yes.
And if we wanted to find, do you have a website? Do you have a YouTube?
Facebook. Ronster Howell.
Ronster Howell, and if you could spell that, please.
Ronster. I'm actually on Robert Brothers friends list.
Spell the whole thing.
Ronsterhowell.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking a minute. And,
Not a problem. All
right, bro.
All right, man.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Not too much luck, though.
I know. I understand.